machine just came back to Ontario. Now, Fred, Roxanne, I want to say thank you for that wonderful introduction. I have a goal that in 4 years from now, the two of you will have MPP behind your name. And I thought we might get part of Ottawa here, but it looks like all of Eastern Ontario is here, and I am so thrilled to see people from as far away as Kingston, right down to the heart of Ottawa, Vanier, here to join us tonight. We even have a few people from the rest of the province. And I want to say thanks for those who decided to hop on a plane or drive for hours to be here today. And I want to say in particular thanks to one person. Her name is Judy Mintz, a longtime vice president of our party, who flew here today from the city of Toronto to show her support for our leadership campaign. With Victoria are absolutely humbled and grateful for the level of support here today. And we want to say thanks especially to those who are here, but also to those who are watching from home at MacLeod.ca. I wanted to introduce a few other people before we get to the meat of this stuff. We've got some MPPs that have decided to join our campaign to become leader of the Ontario Progressive Conservative, and I want to start with the Tory House Leader, my next door neighbor, my best friend, and our co-chair for this campaign, Steve Clark. I want to introduce another individual who is probably the most tireless worker, who's gone on tour more than any other MPP. He's somebody who understands how to get and connect with other people. His name is Garfield Dunlop, and he's here from Simcoe County. Thank you. And I'm pretty fortunate. I got elected at 31 years old as the youngest woman ever elected to our party, federally or provincially, in the province of Ontario, to our party. And I'm fortunate that my campaign has attracted the Dame of the Ontario Legislature, the longest serving woman in the Ontario Legislature, my mentor, Julia Monroe. Julia knows what it takes to win into the GTA. She represents York Region, and we're going to be building a lot more seats in the GTA with Julia's help, so thanks for coming today. A special guest who was with me the day I decided to launch my nomination for the M.P.P and Carleton PC Association. She's a woman who needs no introduction in the city of Ottawa because she was the first female Conservative mayor in Ottawa. And she's here with us today, Jacqueline Holston. So I guess the cat's out of the bag, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm officially launching my campaign to become the leader of the Ontario Progressive Conservative Party. Sticks. You know what, in all the excitement of saying I was going to launch to become your leader, I forgot to mention one of our favorite cabinet ministers from this area during Mike Harris's years. Brian Colbert is here, former Rural Affairs. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to believe in me, like I believe in you and the province of Ontario. I love this province. Let me tell you why. just a few minutes down the street from here, on Elgin Street, was where I held my first apartment. I came here in my early 20s with $200 in my pocket and a student loan. I slept on my friend's sofa until I could afford a place of my own. It's here, on Elgin Street, where I first realized the unlimited potential and opportunity of Ontario. In almost every storefront, the windows were filled with help wanted signs. Jobs needed to be filled here in Ottawa and around all of Ontario. Sadly, now in many parts of Ottawa and elsewhere in this province, those help wanted signs have become for lease signs. I remember the starting wage in Ontario was double what it was in my native Nova Scotia. I remember Ontario in its glory. This was the land of opportunity, and I believe it will be again under the right leadership, under my leadership, under the Ontario Progressive Conservative. When I chose Ontario as my home, Ontario was a leader in Confederation, leading all other provinces in job creation. This was a place where people like me came from other parts of Canada and around the world. We came here because we knew we could get a good job, that we could raise our family here, we could afford a house, and we could comfortably retire. We knew, just like those of you who were born in Ontario, that we could count on reasonable taxes, good schools, and a strong healthcare system that would meet the needs of all Ontarians. In the last decade, under this Liberal government, that has changed. Instead of being the economic engine of Confederation, we are a have-not province. Instead of being the lowest tax environment, our taxes are now among the highest. Instead of jobs and dignity for all, unemployment is at record levels. We had the strongest standards in our schools, but now they've fallen. We're the party that created hydro dams, built nuclear plants, and closed coal-fired plants in Ontario. In contrast, the Liberals have doubled our hydro costs and cost taxpayers billions of dollars to cancel 2 gas plants in order to win the 2011 election. Ontario now has the highest debt in the country, larger than every other province combined. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. That compromises the very cherished public services that we need, like healthcare, like education. Today, children aren't moving to Ontario like they once were. Rather, our kids are now leaving for greener pastures in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Newfoundland. I don't want our children to seek opportunities elsewhere. If I have anything to do with it, and I most certainly will, our children will be right here in Ontario with well-paying jobs, raising children of their own. After 10 years of Liberal government, this is not the land of unlimited opportunity anymore. I believe with your help, we can change that. I believe together we can build a strong and united Ontario Progressive Conservative Party that will once again lead Ontario and Canada. Yeah. we can do it again. Under my leadership, we will unite our party under the beliefs that we hold dear. As leader, I will stand up for the many accomplishments of progressive conservative governments of past, and I will remind the Liberals of those accomplishments each and every day that I am your leader. Because like you, I believe in this party and I believe in this province. And when we have a clear, inspiring, and compelling alternative to the failed Liberal approaches of the past decade, ladies and gentlemen, we will win. But it won't be easy. We have a lot of work to do in that department. June 12th was the toughest day of my political career. Like everyone here in the National Arts Centre, my heart was broken when we lost our fourth consecutive election to a tired, worn-out, scandal-plagued Liberal government. Kathleen Wynne, like Dalton McGuinty before her, wasn't held account for their failures in this province. I believe we need to reconnect with Ontarians by showing them that the values they hold dear are the same values that we cherish, that we decide to take a $10 progressive conservative membership out for. Those are the values that Ontarians believe in, and when we do that, we will grow our base and expand our opportunity right across the province in growth areas and in the GTA, just as I have successfully done in the nation's